Hey everybody, welcome to Buratech. In this episode, we're going to be asking the question, should you just buy assets to become rich, or do you still need to put in the hard work? Alright, welcome back. Before we start this video, I want to make sure that you like and subscribe. And the number one reason why you subscribe to this amazing channel is to get the money-making tips before they go mainstream. So there's a lot of YouTubers who have purchased houses over the last 10 years and have become incredibly rich. Now, of course, these YouTubers are quite smart and it's a good thing to do. Buying real estate is something a lot of rich people do, but the thing is that over the last 10 years, housing and hard assets and basically a lot of assets have been going bananas to the point where some people don't even want to work, they just want to buy assets. Now, some other assets include stocks and crypto, but the thing is that can you just buy these assets and become rich and not have a job or anything? So let's take a look at this as if you're someone who has just graduated university or college. You're in your early 20s. Can you just simply buy Dogecoin or Bitcoin or a house and just not work at all? Well, the answer is absolutely not. You need to actually live and do something. And in order to get a really good job or to make money at anything, you do have to put in the hard work. So if you are just starting out, you will have to work hard. Now, if you are doing your career the best way possible, you should be making more and more money over time by doing less and less work. And how do you do that? Well, the one way you do that is to subscribe to this channel, because you're gonna learn all of those tips over the many videos that I'm going to produce. So let's say, again, you're in your early 20s. Well, what do? Well, you need to get a high-paying job. Well, how do you get a high-paying job? Well, you need to go to school to get an in-demand field and to be good at that field, whatever it is. Whether it's medicine, programming, it doesn't matter what it is. You do need to learn how to make money. But after you go home from that job, you need to have a second side hustle. In fact, this is not something that's new. Lots of people have other jobs, whether it's investing in the stock market or real estate or just simply working a second job. You need to do this as well. This is, again, not something that's new. What's confusing about it, though, is that you used to be able to have a really good life with just one income, and nowadays you don't have to do that. The side hustle is mandatory, whereas in the past it was optional. So one of the other things you have to remember is that whenever you look at a chart of an asset, whether it's housing or Bitcoin or Dogecoin, it doesn't really matter what it is. It doesn't go straight up in a month, a day, or a week. It goes up over usually years. And if you need to live, which you most likely do unless you're living at home with your parents, you need to pay rent and food and all of those other things. And so you need to have a job to pay for your living expenses. But if you make the right calls, then you can get rich over time. And this is the key. You should be doing both of these, but you still need to put in the hard work. So in fact, a lot of people just kind of get to a certain level and coast. Think of an airplane where they do all the work to get up to a certain altitude, and then they just kind of cruise along that altitude. But if you really want to go to the moon, you still have to put in the work. You have to make the right calls, and so how do you do that? So there's a lot of people on Wall Street bets who put everything they have, or they YOLO everything into one trade, and they become millionaires within a very short period of time. Now, this is absolutely possible, but I've tried this, and sometimes it's actually worked, and other times it's failed more than it's worked. And there's a lot more people in my situation than other people's situations. So what I've figured out over the years is that if you want to have a lot of success, you have to do your due diligence on whatever it is you're buying, whether it's a certain crypto or a stock or a house. It doesn't matter what it is. You constantly need to figure out which things to put your money into. And there's a lot of things that might happen that you have never predicted, but you have to play that chance as well. So if you had $100,000, and I know that not everybody has $100,000, but if you had $100,000, you should buy at least 30 stocks to 100 different stocks or crypto or something to invest in. There's lots of different investment vehicles, and you can probably do that. And the reason for that is, let's say you do have $100,000 and you buy 100,000 assets, stocks and crypto, for instance. Well, that's about 1,000 per asset. Now, let's say some of these go to zero. Well, you're only out $1,000 for those low risk ones, but some of those other high risk items might go up 10 or 100 times. And then you win. In fact, this is a very good strategy to do. Now, of course, you don't have to do 100 stocks. You can do 50 stocks or 30 stocks or even 20. You can pick this amount. And I think that's a really good idea. In fact, all the success I've had this year has been off of this method. Now, of course, I haven't necessarily put $100,000 into 100 different stocks. It's been a little less than that, but the things that have made me a lot of money are a lot of things that have been just kind of going off of Wall Street bets or some crypto. In fact, one of my best performing assets this year is Dogecoin. And the funny thing about Dogecoin is that I tell all of my friends to not buy Dogecoin because it's just a silly investment. But it worked out. And this is the thing that you have to understand. You might be really, really smart and overanalyze things. And this is something that I do all the time. I overanalyze things, and I think that some things aren't gonna happen. I really wanted to buy Tesla way back in the day, but I convinced myself that, yeah, it doesn't really have a good business model, but I should trust my gut a little bit more. In fact, this year, and basically in the last year, I've been trusting my gut a little bit more, and I've actually been profiting quite a bit over this method. Now, there are some stocks which are currently down. Like, I've lost money off of a couple different plays this year because, well, they were frankly terrible. But I'm still up over the year over things like Dogecoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and a lot of different meme stocks on Wall Street bets. But all the while, I still have a business and I'm starting new businesses as well. I am still putting in the hard work to make sure that I have more money to do things. Now, another thing that you can do is if you do have a company, you can actually go to Kraken and buy crypto assets with it. And that's something that I do. Now, I don't buy too many crypto assets, but I do have a few. And if you do have a business, I highly recommend doing that. I'm gonna do a whole video about that. So please be sure to like and subscribe. So the point is, you always have to have some kind of active income, and passive income is really just kind of a lie. The reason why it's a lie is that you can't just put your money into something and then all of a sudden retire. That is something that is not going to happen to you. And if it does happen to you, you're really lucky, and chances are you will lose that retirement because you forgot how you got that money in the first place. Now, some people are just kind of really smart but also kind of lazy, and these people, for some reason, seem to find a way to do very little work and just kind of retire. And these are the kind of people you should ask a lot of questions to, because a lot of people work hard, and that's probably the norm. You have to work hard and make the right calls and spread out your risk in order to have a better future. Now, the other undercurrent to this is that since interest rates are so incredibly low, you have to go out into the risk curve and do all these things. You don't have an option. I really wish interest rates were higher so I could just buy a stock I like and collect the dividends. That sounds amazing, but we don't live in that environment. In fact, interest rates are gonna stay low for a very long time because sovereigns are so in debt that they cannot afford to pay more interest on their debt. Now, this is something that's incredibly controversial, but I think it's probably what's going to happen. However, there are a few other things that sovereigns can do to get out of this, and of course these are incredibly weird financial things that they can do, and I might do a whole video about that. But the point is that I don't think interest rates are gonna go up to 1, and they're definitely not gonna go up to 2. Remember, we were in the
best bull market in history,
and interest rates didn't even go above 2. So they can never go to 3 or 5, because at 2, there were a ton of people that couldn't service their own debt. People are in debt, corporations are in debt, and now countries or sovereigns are all in debt. Everyone has way too much debt, so what are you gonna do about that? Interest rates probably won't go up, so therefore, you have to go out into the risk curve and do these things. And I don't like doing that, nobody likes doing that. I would rather just put my money in a few stocks I like and collect a dividend. That's not gonna happen, so you have to do your hard work and work on your long volatility. So in conclusion, should you be working hard? The answer is yes. There is a lot of dumb money to be made on Wall Street bets and crypto these days, but this is not the norm. In fact, if you go back 300 years and take a look at what's been happening, hard work usually wins. And it's not only the hard work, but buying the right assets. Even if interest rates are high, you still have to buy the right assets. That's real estate, crypto, and stocks. Alright, so that concludes this video. Thanks for watching this video. I want to know your comments down below. Do you need to work hard anymore, or is that a thing of the past? Remember that this channel doesn't do a Patreon, instead we sell our digital products down below. The more money you get from the content that you buy below, the more free content on this channel we can make. If you really like this channel, you can subscribe to Mammoth Interactive's huge library of content. We release 20 to 60 hours of fresh new content per month, every single month. Our goal is to get to 10,000 paid subscribers, and if we can do that, we can be one of the best e-learning companies on the planet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.